Good morning, folks, and welcome back to my podcast. You can see it's a bright and sunny day today. Thank you for joining me. I'm George Nathaniel. I hope you are listening to my podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about a very important subject. It is the bucket list and the checklist. Well, we all have our own dreams. We all aspire to be something in life. We all aspire to achieve things every day, every moment of the day. We have dreams to go beyond. So we are all dreamers, we all achievers, we all successes in our own way. Because in some way or the other, we win things, we win over things, we achieve something. So let us be happy for what we are. Looking at a few things that are very important to us. Well, we keep talking about resolutions, we keep talking about aims, we talk about landmarks and many other things. So what we actually do is we make our own bucket list. A bucket list compiles of a lot of achievable facts, a lot of achievable dreams that we aspire towards, a lot of achievables, not just in our personal frontiers but in our professional frontiers as well. It's something that keeps us happy, keeps us motivated, and takes care of our entire well-being. Well, looking at one's bucket list, it is very important to have a bucket list. Because if you don't have a bucket list, we don't really have big dreams. So it's very important to keep growing the bucket list every day. Grow the bucket list over every moment. Because no one has seen everything all across the globe. Nobody knows everything. So with each new day, there's something to learn from. There's something to look forward to. There's a new aim, because at every step we achieve something. At every step we overcome something. So our bucket list keeps growing. So growing over from a bucket list is what we have as a checklist. A checklist is something that we should keep a check on ourselves over every moment, over every aspect of our lives, over our day-to-day routines, over every efforts of ours. So while we give our best efforts over everything, it's important to check over our checklist. And in a checklist, we've got to understand a few things. Number one is, why are we doing it? Number two is, what is the valuation? What are we gaining out of it? And when I'm talking about gaining, I'm not just talking about personal gaining, I'm talking about happiness as a gain as well. We could find happiness in doing things. And number three is, how much of efforts are we putting in? Because no matter whatever the deed, we've got to put in the best effort. We've got to put in all our best efforts. Because like they say, practice makes perfect. So if we want to build our perfection, we've got to keep giving our best efforts. We've got to keep trying harder and harder over every moment to make sure that we grow over in our efforts. We keep bettering our own efforts. We keep bettering our own landmarks. So coming back to our bucket list, I hope each one of us have created our own bucket list, which is there within ourselves, and we have a vision to achieve this bucket list. We are never too young or we're never too old, like the saying goes. So as we wake up over every beautiful morning, let us understand the value of ourselves. Let us look at a bucket list. Look at the achievables that we need to do. Run through a checklist and understand, how do we actually achieve each one of those from our bucket list? How do we work towards our dream? The bucket list doesn't need to actually consist of professional or personal landmarks. It can consist of very simple things. It can consist of how we can better our own selves. It can consist of how we can keep ourselves happier, how we can take care of our own well-being. It can consist of very simple things, that how can we add value to others' lives? How can we contribute in making our own environment happy? How can we contribute in making our own spaces happier, adding values in every effort that we put in? So as we go through our bucket list and looking over the efforts in our checklist, in making sure that we're giving our best valuable effort in everything, let us grow over as individuals. Let us grow over as happy people. Let us grow over and make this happy environment. Let us grow over to ensure that the future has a better foundation to live over, so that they have bigger dreams, they have bigger aspirations. Similar to what was given to us, we were given a very, very solid foundation by our parents, who in turn got it from their parents. So similarly, let us create very good foundations for our futures, for the ones who come in our future, so that people value us, so that we go down into history as contributors. So looking over our own checklist, let us understand our own landmarks. Let us understand how much we are contributing over our efforts, and let us build over our efforts. Let us make our efforts count. Let us make sure that we are doing our best, and not just making ourselves happy, but making others happy as well. We grow together as individuals. So let us build happy spaces and have happier checklist, have bigger bucket list, and make sure that everyone achieves their own dreams. Let us be a good helping hand. That's also one of the touch points of our checklist. Let us be good individuals. Let us be ourselves. So thank you so much, folks. This is George Nathaniel. I hope you like these few things that I was talking about, the checklist and the bucket list. And as you sit down to rewrite our bucket list and put a check on our checklist as to how we can get things better, I hope you enjoy the day ahead with greater success and greater values. This is John Nathaniel signing off from my podcast. I hope you like listening to my podcast. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, folks.